Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Ruby and I'm slightly plant obsessed. Today I am going to show you how I did with selling my Philodendron Macans online. So basically I had two cuttings. This is a series. If you saw my last update, I basically told you guys how I would be selling plants online, and I'll give you a full in-depth of how I did it and what I'm doing and all the good stuff. So basically guys, these are the two cuttings that I put on eBay to sell. That is very well established roots, and as you can see there are one baby leaf growing out. There's another leaf coming out from this point. On this one there's one leaf and another leaf coming out from that point, and very well established roots. Now I put it up and I put like a 5-day bidding on it. I started off with my bidding at about £3, and the bidding, 4 people bidded on it, and that was that. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to pack it and post it and how much I actually sold it for. So let's get packing this, guys. Probably going to have to bring you a bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now guys, now that you're closer, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Basically, I'll just quickly tell you what I'm using. I'm using this cardboard box. It is recycled. These are from plants that have been delivered to me. I've just kept their boxes. So that's one. Some water, some tissue, scissors, the packing process, glue, brush, and some tape with fragile written on it, which is quite important. And the most important thing obviously is the plant itself. Now guys, what I'm going to do to pack this is just and some bubble wraps. Let's not forget the bubble wraps. It's quite important. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is just open up the box, put some bubble wrap inside the box, glue it in like so. So this will protect. So I'm just going to stick this on like this. So hopefully you guys can see. This should protect the plant itself. So I'm just going to take that. Oh, a lot of glue. There we go. And I'm just gonna quickly as long as the bubble wrap sticks on here, I'm not too fussed about how much glue is on there. Obviously you don't want to get it everywhere where it goes all over the plant once you put it in. And just quickly paste it around like this. And then I'm gonna get my bubble wrap and just stick it into place like so, and then at the end I'll just cut the edges off. As you can see, I stuck that on like this. And then guys, I'm gonna bring my plant, move that aside, bring my plant, and I am going to wrap the wet and wrap the roots in here. Giving it a good cover it well, like so. Making sure, because it's been in water, it's really wet, so it's important it stays moist. So the roots really need to stay moist. I am going to do next day delivery, guys, so this should reach her by tomorrow, but just in case, I just want to make sure it's really wet and just squeeze out the excess water. So that's that done. And I've got another bubble wrap case here, like a cover, that I just want to put the plant in. Making sure it goes in nicely and it fits in nicely. It's a bit fiddly, but... And then just set the leaves up, so if it is pressed down, no leaf is damaged by the setting down. So as you can see, guys, I've laid this down flat, laid that down flat, and I laid that down flat inside, keeping the roots sticking out. Then what I'm gonna do is just place, I know some people put a tape around the roots, you can do that, but because this is such a small plant, I don't think I will have to. Making sure the whole plant fits the frame of the box. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, is just, it's in there. If there's more space, I'm gonna fold some bubble wrap and just put it in place, so that will also help keep the plant steady, because I don't want it to move around in the box at all. So just press that down and just fold it. So there you go, on top of the plant where the leaf is perfectly sitting in place. Sit that down like that. Put one side of the box on. And what I'm going to do now, guys, is with the excess bubble wrap sticking out, I'm just going to cut it. Cut that there and cut this here. As you guys see what I'm doing, I'm just going to be packing up. I would like to give you 3 tips for selling plants online. The first tip is the logistics of selling plants online, starting with click and collect or local delivery, guys, because what you don't want to do when you're starting off is just become straight up an international seller. It could take weeks to reach them depending on what part of the country they're in, and the last thing you want is to be stressed out about the plant being in transit and just difficulties of selling online. So if you start off with the very basics, guys, it will just give you that much knowledge as well of how it's going and what you can tweak if you're making any mistakes. I'm just going to put some tape on it. So that's one, the logistics. And me personally, I sell within London. I wouldn't adventure out, not just yet. It's kind of difficult to do all that, and it's stressful. It's stressful selling abroad. I just can't see myself doing that at the moment. Photos. The second logistics is photos of the plants. Now the consumer wants to see pictures, visualize what they're getting. So making sure you're having the actual plant on display, as many as you can. Me, I had 12 pictures of these 2 plants. So the buyer knew exactly what they were buying. So that was really good in that sense, because I did want the buyer to see exactly what they were purchasing and no mistakes made, obviously. There. I'm just roughly going to tape it, and then I'm going to tape it over properly, guys, because I do not want the plant to get squashed whatsoever. Hope you guys could see. Let me move it a bit. Now the third tip I can give is the, let me just open the tip, the navigation. Now plant knowledge, you want to give as much knowledge as you can about the plant you're selling. So about the sun, direct sunlight or indirect sunlight, what the soil should be. Should it be moist, wet, dry, how often you should water it. Information like that helps. Because someone might not know about this plant, but when they see it online, they like it or they want to purchase it, but they don't know much about it. As a seller, when we give out as much information as we can, that helps us sell online. So that's a very good tip to bear in mind. If it's a plant that gives out flowers, guys, it's important, and it's not flowering, it's important to mention what kind of flowering it's going to give and how often and whatnot, and the weather it should be kept in, indoors, outdoors. So those are the 3 tips to bear in mind when we're selling online, guys. I'm putting so much tape on this, guys, I just don't want to risk anything happening to it. So those are my 3 tips for plant selling: logistics, photos of the plants, and navigation. Bearing all this in mind, I uploaded my plant. Oh, careful, roll going down. I didn't press the box too hard at all. In fact, I didn't even push the box whatsoever. And I'm just gonna go around. Oh, I wasn't even showing you guys. I'm just gonna go around like so, all over the box. It's packed, guys, and it's ready to be posted. I'll just put the postal sticker there and take it off to the post office. Now, just a quick update on telling you what my description was like. Obviously, I'm going to insert pictures of the plant itself as this video goes along. And the description that I wrote was 2 Philodendron macans aroid tropical houseplant rooted cutting, velvet leaves. These 2 cuttings has rooted in water, the roots are well established, and you can see the beginnings of 2 new shoots where the new baby leaf has come out, and some more will start to come out soon. This is a vining plant that looks so amazing. You can pop it into soil when you receive it, or whatever medium you prefer. I find philodendrons are always very happy to just pop in soil and continue rooting if you put them in a nice moist mix. These leaves are so velvety and they change color from a very pale pink to a deep dark green. Dispatch with Royal Mail first class to try and dispatch quickly. So that was my description. So they knew what they were buying, and a brief description of how to then continue to support the plant when they've received it. So those are the kind of things that we need to put in our description box when we are selling it. Obviously, depending on what plant we're selling. This plant is quite easy to maintain. It's not that difficult, so it wasn't that difficult for me I didn't have to put in a long description, if you know what I mean. So guys, this is the first in my series to sell. I've got more of these cuttings that are rooting, so there's more of these that will sell. eBay, because it's an auction site, it varies. So now that I sold this for £8, next time it could be less, it could be more, and it depends who wants it, how many people want it. See stores or other plant online sellers where you have a fixed price and you could just go and buy it now. You can do that. Buy it now on eBay, but I prefer bidding. I don't mind how much I get for it. It is just a cutting, and even though it's a lovely cutting, it is cuttings, and I've done so many cuttings on that plant, so I'm rooting so many more. I've probably got another 20 leaves out of that plant. I've cut it down quite a bit, the mother plant, but it's gonna go fine. So guys, I'm rooting other plants as well to sell. Some more cuttings that I will sell online, continue to sell online, and I'll keep coming back as I sell to give you an update on what I've sold and how much I sold it for all over again, guys, if that is what you'd like to see. And I hope I gave you a brief description of everything that I'm doing and you've understood it fine and all the good stuff. So guys, if you'd like to see more, please give it a thumbs up so I can continue with these series of different plants. Right now I've got the watermelon peperomia, and the Monstera adansonii, and a few others propagating. So those are all going to go up for auction sale on eBay and see how I get on. So please guys, like and subscribe, and I appreciate you coming by, stopping by. Take care guys, have a nice day, evening, weekend, and I will see you guys shortly. Take care now. Bye.